Welcome to Bull and Bear Education. Our goal is to make stock market trading understandable and easy for the beginning and intermediate level stock trader. If you wish to learn more, visit bullandbeareducation.com, where we are going to provide one-on-one live instruction. All right, you get a one-to-one virtual session, and rates are very affordable. As you see here, we have 3 types of services that we offer. So visit our website at bullandbeareducation.com, select the service, fill out the form, and hit submit, and we can schedule a session. Now, today's video is going to be a technical analysis of semiconductors primarily, and that's why we have the SOXX ticker here. But before we get into semiconductors such as AMD and Nvidia, we want to ask you guys one thing. Come on, guys, we're real close. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a rating, and help us grow. We are 2 away from 100. Let's keep the momentum going, just like a good stock. All right, so let's take a look at SOXX. Now, what SOXX is, for those of you who don't know, ticker symbol SOXX is a ETF for all of the major semiconductors combined into one ticker. And what this offers is a way to trade all of the semiconductors together and not be exposed to just one particular company. Now, what this ETF is showing on the daily chart, because we normally use the daily chart here, but we're going to actually use the weekly, is resistance or support at this golden retracement Fibonacci level of 61%. If you want to learn about Fibonacci's, visit the website. Link in the description. So on the daily chart, it showed as support and it bounced up, and now it's showing as resistance, with Thursday the price touching that as resistance, Friday the price opening up there as resistance, and then falling back down. Let's look at the weekly time frame so you can see where I'm getting this from. This goes from the weekly close on our COVID low all the way up to the weekly close, or open rather, from our COVID highs, or our COVID post-COVID rally highs. So prices typically retrace, and this 61% level is where prices typically retrace the most. However, it's broken through, and because it's broken through significantly, I believe that it is going to continue down, and our next target on the Fibonacci's would be 254. Now, there is a little resistance, or support rather, around the 288 level. The current price is around 298, so it could hang around that 287 level for a little while before breaking through, and you see here on the way up that showed as support, so it might show as support again. But typically, if you look in totality, our momentum is dead for semiconductors. Now, I do have positions in semiconductors ETFs that are bearish puts, so keep that in mind, but my positions are based off of my own personal opinion. This is the weekly chart of AMD, and as you see for AMD, you have a clear downtrend, and it's sticking to the downtrend. You are at the bottom of this downtrend, so the question is, do you think you're going to get a bounce, or do you think it is going to keep falling? Well, currently the price is at support, so AMD could see a relative bounce here in terms of support. But if it breaks support, the next level of support is below 50. It's around 49.50. So that's about a 10% drop if it's able to break this level of potential support that it's in. So our next immediate action is going to be very important. Let's look at Nvidia again on the weekly chart, and again, all these Fibonacci's are based on the lows from our COVID lows up into our post-COVID highs. So for Nvidia, during our COVID lows, Nvidia was pretty much kind of stable in its price, and it looks like it's returning there because it didn't skyrocket until post-COVID. This was our COVID low right here, where this white dot is, that white circle is. That's our COVID low. But look, before COVID, we had prices higher than that point. All right, so it's really not it's not like it's coming down to levels that it normally was at. These are still elevated levels for Nvidia. So given that, I'm looking at it to continue going downward. Now it is at the 78% retracement, and it's also following a trend line. If it breaks that, I expect it potentially to make a full 100% retracement down. Nvidia is not showing a very strong footing at this point in time, in my technical opinion. It's also not at a very relevant support and resistance level. This is not really any support here. You might have a little bit down here at 105, but the current price is 112. So that's still a good bit of momentum that you can get. So in conclusion, I do not believe that semiconductors are really at a point where you can say definitively, hey, here's where I want to buy. Now, AMD, again, on the weekly perspective, you can make an argument for, hey, this could be the bottom. But when I look at my MACD is converging heavily. My TTM squeeze is starting to converge as well. You could get a good bearish flow further down on AMD before you get a bullish flow, but it would be one to keep an eye on. However, Nvidia, which is the major semiconductor, it is not looking very good. Let's look at one more, and this is Broadcom, or AVGO, ticker symbol AVGO. And I like this ticker because it's relatively stable and it depreciates the least. It is the largest ticker in the semiconductor ETF of SOXX, but even it is falling down. It's currently at its 50% retracement level from the weekly COVID lows, and all of them are at the exact same point. Each are getting ready to break a trend line. If they break the trend line, everything's going to break loose and they're going to just fall precipitously. If they're able to hold the trend line, then it's a bullish play. So these are things to keep an eye on, people, if you are interested in trading semiconductors. Very profitable if you get them correctly. So this is just my opinion on it. If you like this particular type of analysis, visit my website at bullandbeareducation.com, and you can learn how I evaluate tickers and the educational principles that I have learned for trading the stock market, such as Fibonacci retracements. Have a great day, everyone, and great trading.